Hello, family. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all doing good. Yeah. I greet you wherever you are around the world. You, the Arsenal fan. Always remember that you are a special person because Arsenal Football Club is a special club and therefore its fans are special people. It doesn't matter where you are or the color of your skin. Arsenal Football Club is for all of us. Guys, as the rumble continues to linger around Victor Gyokeres, I said let me bring you guys tidbits about what's going on while we are waiting for Sporting CP and their boss to agree to let him go. You know, Arsenal is said to have signed one player, a child, Will Wright from Salford City. The player is said to be a 17-year-old free-scoring striker that was on his way to Liverpool before the Leo of Arsenal caught him. You know, these days, every other player wants to come to Arsenal. That's how far we've come. And it's a thing of joy. It's a thing of absolute joy and gladness. You know, it's a credit to the hard work that I've been putting over the years to get us out of the gutter where we were for a couple of years to this point of becoming world beaters, because Arsenal Football Club is now top there, is now on top there with the best, competing with the best again. That is the way it should be. You know, guys, Takehiro Tomiyasu has been speaking about his decision to leave Arsenal Football Club. And from what he was saying, he said it was his decision came after a long-held discussion with the management of Arsenal Football Club. You know, it was a joint decision, like he said, and there was no hard feelings. You know, and from what I understand, he was talking to an ex-player, Japanese player, who has a podcast in Japan, and that player also succumbed to, or rather was forced to quit soccer due to similar niggling leg injury. So Tommy was talking about how frustrated he was, you know, spending a full season on the bench and watching others, not even on the bench, at home, and watching others play while he battles with the problem that he had. You know, it was basically a mental health thing. So he got to a point where he was feeling very, very frustrated and you know, unhappy most of the time. So he felt he needed, you know, to get out and see what life brings to him. He said he's faring very well now. He's faring better. He believes he will be fine, and we'll always wish him well. Yeah, and he was talking about Aaron Ramsdale. Guys, do you remember Ramsdale, our former goalkeeper? Yeah, wonderful guy, wonderful personality, the people's guy. Yes, the way Tomiyasu described him was very superlative, and you now ask yourself why Arsenal let him go if what Tomiyasu said about him is correct. He said this guy is so good at anything, at everything. As a goalkeeper, to him, he's the best goalkeeper he's ever seen. So he's very, he's very interesting, guys. He's very interesting. He's very interesting. Sorry. We'll always wish him well. We always wish him well. And we pray that he gets fully healed, both mentally and physically. and pursue his career again. He's not old at all, you know. We pray for him to have the opportunity of playing soccer in the future. And maybe one day play at the Emirates again in another shirt. Yeah, my people. Let's talk about our striker situation, guys. Let's talk about our striker situation. I have never seen such scenario, such situation like this. A situation where a deal was agreed. In this situation, a deal has been agreed. The problem now lies on the terms of payment of the agreed sum. And you look at it, Arsenal Football Club went beyond what they had originally wanted to pay to Sporting CP and Federico Fernandez, or whatever his name is. Went beyond that. Now the problem lies on Sporting CP's demands that never finishes. They want most of the add-ons to be absolutely guaranteed and everything. So even if the terms of and the conditions of those add-ons are not met, they want the money. Who does that? These people, they don't seem to me as true professionals. They don't seem to me as true professionals. Because remember, other players are watching. Other players are watching, the players that are playing for them currently, and those that may go there tomorrow. They are watching this man and the way they do business. A deal was agreed since last week. Now the question is, you want all the money. You want this, you want that, you want this. Arsenal, Victor Gyokeres, and Victor's agent have basically met almost everything they want. Still, they are not satisfied. And you ask yourself, what kind of a man is this? Arsenal plays Watford tomorrow before leaving for Singapore for the Asian tour. Where they will yet play Newcastle. They'll play AC Milan on Wednesday, Newcastle and Tottenham before coming back home. And now Victor, who had wanted to, because Arteta had wanted all his new signings to join him, except possibly Noni Madueke that just finished with the World Cup competition. But it's very unlikely that Victor Gyokeres will join because of this situation. And as at yesterday, according to Fabrizio Romano, there has not been any progress. Everybody is still waiting to see what happens next. This man knows that ultimately this young boy has told you, I'll never play for you again. So it's best if you let me go. The money he's getting now, yes, he has sell-on clauses to be sorted out between him and other clubs. But you've made 300% more than you paid for the player. What are you still looking for again that you will not let him go? Well, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see, guys. It's really amazing to see. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I'm not saying it because I'm an Arsenal fan, but there are certain things that I don't know. It really does not make sense. You know that the player will go. You are squeezing as if there's no life tomorrow. After these bizarre, macabre negotiations, how would your relationship with Arsenal Football Club be tomorrow? If Federico Fernandez doesn't care about the PR of a football club or the relationship he's got with other teams, other clubs, That's not correct. Anyhow, guys, Rodrigo. The story continues that nothing has happened. At Real Madrid, the situation is still, he has not told them that he wants to leave. So everybody is on the standby. Everybody is waiting for Rodrigo. Liverpool, according to what we heard now, has joined the queue. And is ready to do whatever they can to get him. Arsenal Football Club is said to still be interested and is waiting. Then we go to Gyokeres. Gyokeres, Arsenal, Gyokeres may be the next big thing that Arsenal will go for. Immediately Victor Gyokeres' issue is resolved. And from what we heard, Arsenal Football Club doesn't want to trigger the release clause. They want to negotiate with Crystal Palace. And I think they've got a couple of other players they could use, you know, to solidify their application, basically, to solidify their move for the player, because the player is an ex Arsenal player as a kid and wants to come back home. He's very interested in playing for Arsenal now. This is despite Chelsea jumping in and saying they can do everything, give the guy better everything, and at the end of the day, I think it's going to boil down to the player who he wants to play for. You know, that's it, guys. I just say let me just drop this today while we continue waiting for the Victor Gyokeres saga to come to an end. At the end of the day, I'm not afraid of the deal plunging. I'm not afraid of the deal being discontinued, because the player has shown true faith that he's not going anywhere else than to Arsenal Football Club. So we shouldn't even worry about that. The Sporting CP, whatever, the man, whatever he's doing, at the end of the day, he's going to get tired of it. He's going to get tired. He's not going to rumble forever. Guys, if this is your first time listening to me or watching me, please, I beg of you, subscribe. You know, you don't lose anything from just clicking that button, you know. Please subscribe. Like, so that YouTube will send you our next video. But most importantly, communicate. How do you communicate? Just comment. Just drop 1 or 2 lines for me and I'll get back to you. Give me good suggestions on the things you want us to talk about, and we'll do so. But until then, remember, you are the gunner, and we will always walk through the stone for our club. God bless you guys.